Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing in the world. So, a lot of people wonder why sometimes I'm late. Maybe I'm doing something. There's rarely an instant because this has become a part of my life. My morning life has become a part of my life. So, there's rarely an instance where, rarely, it happens one or two times a year, where I've got caught up in something because no matter where I am or what I'm doing, if I'm on a flight, I plan how we're going. When I land, we're going. Except I go somewhere that I'm unaware of, the fact that, I land in the next country and I don't have a SIM, I don't have data or something. So I'm aware. But what happens to me sometimes, I get lost. And I share my personal experience with people because for them to understand, other people might have the same experiences, but don't realize that it's not them alone. So being a deep thinker, so I wake up this morning and I'm having a read through another chapter in my book, 12 Rules to Life, the Antidote to Chaos. And I just get caught up in that. I get caught up in some videos. I get caught up in my thoughts. And while looking through social media and everything else today, this is what I came across. So I'm calculating, bam, I'm on the front page of Kaiju News again. Guyanese Critics. So that name is going to live forever in this country. That's a matter of fact. You know what's the problem with that name? It is a matter of fact, as of today's date, this generation and generations to come will not forget that name. There's always going to be sometimes somebody is going to go down, go back in history and look and say, look at this guy. Do you remember this guy? How did it happen? How did he become so? There's a guarantee for me in the Guyanese world. My name is etched in stone, as a matter of fact. Here in history. And I sit down and think, is it a bad thing to constantly be bombarded? Well, I can tell you that is wholly and solely dependent on you. Should I cry? Guyanese Critic gets another multi-million-dollar contract. Is there a problem specifically that you're referring to? Am I not deserving? If I have been found wanting, how so? You know, the discussion this morning is not so much my contract. We got to talk about it. We can't talk, and the elephant is in the room, right? So the discussion this morning is giving yourself, creating a false sense of self. Like I see Smelly Smell and Rickford Burke put up how the government reach out to the Americans for bring sheep, get sheep. The things don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Rickford Burke and Smelly Smell are people who impact Guyanese in negative ways. It has a certain connotation as it relates to the government, but they're irrelevant. It's just the hyper. And sometimes you realize that a lot of times it's just people want to answer. People want to talk. Look at our company. Have you ever seen Tupui Group respond to anything? Like legit, everybody's taking a letter and a response. We don't respond to nothing. Because the founder of Tupui Group, the founder of TBN, is by far the most controversial individual ever in the history of Guyana. I got the most lawsuits Attack politicians get story with the media at the same time. Make enemies and friends by the dozen on a daily basis. But when it ends, how do you look at your life? So let me tell you something. And I learned this from bull riding and hunting. So in the process of hunting, if you're hunting deer, you're hunting pig, wherever you're hunting. Maybe a lot of people don't know, but I am an ardent hunter. You didn't know? Well, now you know. Yes. So, in the midst of hunting, like if you're hunting pig, you got to trek through trails. You got to go through mud. You don't get to the reward. Nobody brings a pig. No, if you go to dinner, dinner is different from hunting. Don't mix up dinner and hunting. If you go to dinner and somebody prepares a nice sow, no, I think the sow is the mother. A nice little kitty or whatever it's called, a little pig, nice, and bake the whole pig and bring it to the table. And it's presented to you. That wasn't a hunt. And it's you and several people got to cut up pieces. Now, I don't care. And I'm sharing this with you. I'm sharing this with you for the people out there who are trying to thrive in life. And there are people around them pulling them down. I was once told at Kaicho News that I'm one of the most aggressive journalists. I was told that by Adam Harris, and he spoke in a newsroom. He said, watch Critic alone, how much Critic is doing, they got 25 reporters in it. I was the person who brought the most front page photos to Kaicho News. Sometimes front page photo, like this photo here, you could get, whoever brought this photo would get $5,000 for it, whichever journalist brought. So every day somebody bringing a new photo, sometimes some people get 2 a month and it goes around. I just get 15 a month. I just get the most front page poach because I have the ability to identify things that would be catching to people. When I was down at Kaicho, I was an amazing journalist to Glenlal. When I went on my way, one of the things is, let me tell you about the story and the separation with myself and Glenlal. So when I went to Kaicho News, I told Glenlal what I wanted. I said I wanted 2 things. I wanted a motorcycle of the kind that I have now. It's an R6. And I agreed to him that I'll work with him for a year. So he come and said, well, I said, I can try a year, I commit to you for a year. I want a motorcycle and a drone. Because I knew what I would have done. Maybe I did not, fair to say, I did not present myself adequately or represented my position adequately. Glenlal saw no importance that I worked for a year, didn't get that. After the first 3 months of leaving Kaicho News, because Glenlal tried to get me to narrate me story. I go and cover a story on the Essequibo coast. And Glenlal tried to tell me, man, carry me up in the office and tell me that, man, when you're doing these stories, you gotta let me know. I said, no, Guyanese Critic, you could do what you want to do Kaicho News. Guyanese Critic. I own Guyanese Critic. And when I get a story, me covering up no story, me twisting no story is story, it gotta go there. If it's me story out there, it gotta go there. It has to be told. You understand? So Glenlal they learned when this cover story, makeup story, change narrative, he they learned when no. Meaning, right? I present how I see. And I can't see everything. I can't see, I'm not the mind's eye of all of you. Now, when I present, you have to expect that this story is coming with inherent biases. Like yesterday, a man called and asking me about Jack Dew. We're talking about Nigel Hughes' inability to show any leadership qualities as it relates to a politician. I am saying, somebody messaged me last night and said, Nigel Hughes is not such a good liar. I am saying he's a good liar. If I would be going for a liar, I would take Nigel Hughes. I'm also saying he does not have leadership qualities. He got this devious, conniving way. It works well with law. It would destroy this country. Because every time he's given a position, a political leadership position, he takes it and creates disruption in the country. As a matter of fact, a man called yesterday telling me about Jack Dew and Sue's story. Now, Jack Dew, after I say, remember now we're talking about the ability to take a leadership position. And we're going to make comparison to a man who has been in a leadership position all of his life. Finance minister, president for 12 years, everything, leadership position. At the highest level. All of his life. And a man calls in now and wants to make a comparative analysis. And yesterday when I said, I didn't present the argument well because I was so engrossed with him. But when I'm doing a man calculating, man, this man representing Jack Dew. It is a matter of fact, I come with an inherent bias because I am a little closer to Jack Dew. I have a better understanding of Jack Dew than most people. I want to show you this. Let me see if I could go back and find it. Which day would it have been? This is too far back. Let me get it for you. When would have Nigel Hughes been able to present himself other than creating confusion? When would he have been able to present himself like this? This is leadership quality. As a leader, you have to offer guidance. Meaningful guidance. Nigel Hughes, now he represents when something happens, he represents, but there's a confusion that comes out of it. Look at Critic Amsterdam story. Nigel Hughes is a lawyer. He didn't come and say here, the wrongs have to be written. The wrongs have to be right. This should not be. And my client is not the person who said the thing, not the person who said to decapitate the president, not the person who said to decapitate the vice president, not the person who said to decapitate the attorney general. That's not my client. My client is being drawn in here. No, he found one thing that he knew could pull the heartstrings of black people. Negro. The use of the word Negro. How low can one be willing to go? So when you look at his methodology as a lawyer, you realize how dangerous it can become. Because at times it's racist. Most times it's misleading when he's given the opportunity to lead. Because leaders reach out and hold the arms of their followers and guide them. I don't see that being a quality of Nigel Hughes. I don't see that being a quality. If given the opportunity, because of the way you need to carry yourself in politics, because how dirty politics is, when you get a man such as that, you know, well, this is destruction. If he was just on the sidelines and created so much confusion, much less if infused and given a position of power, God help us in this nation. In the discussion yesterday, bring back Jack Dew, but I didn't pick up on it right away because when yesterday driving, I'm thinking, if we're discussing a new and upcoming leader, the qualities, how do you put that in with an individual who has been in a leader position all of his life. All of his working life, leadership position. Finance minister. Here, there's so much to talk about. So now, let me say I'm talking the story. So I'm telling you how the news goes. And what I'm representing now. So I'm told of Jaguars and I'm representing. And what's the reason for that? The reason for that is this. I know this quality about him. This is a video that I did that was not out there. No. No, here I was saying. This is bullshit this big man talking. But because Jaguar is the leader that he is, I am telling you it's bullshit this man talking. Should have no concern of Jaguar. Some man in the house. But because of the leader that he is, because of the leadership qualities that he put, rightfully, he must be campaigning to win the hearts and minds of people, but he making the effort. When Nigel uses campaign, when he ever campaign, other than creating confusion, because they don't see themselves as leaders. They don't have the qualities. They don't realize leading alone is not marching in front of people. Leading is sometimes sit down and listening. Leading sometimes is holding hands and leading. Literally. Leading sometimes is being the eyes of people. Now, what will become of the AFC now? It's already losing. If a man like Nigel Hughes, who was the founder, one of the founders for the AFC, and who is so closely associated with the PNC, it would be diluted. At least you know with Sherrod Duncan, there's a separation there. With Nigel Hughes at the helm, if people are to choose right, with Nigel Hughes at the helm of the AFC, it becomes automatically PNC like all the other parties. Do you know the APNU is a partnership for national unity? It's 5 parties. With the other party them there? Who, David Hines and think them is that PNC? And Kadaki? You're saying there's not PNC? You extract them out at PNC and tell me how. Right? So this is a matter of fact. Right? He doesn't have politically, like he's a leader. Obviously, he leads his organization right now. Wherever his Nigel Hughes associates or wherever he leads that organization, he does that well because he's an attorney. And I still say he's a good attorney. But if he's to use that now, because you can't do what you don't know, you gotta do what you know. What do you think Nigel Hughes is gonna do when he's given a leadership position, a political leadership position? Create confusion. Create confusion. This country would never have rest. Certain people got to do like people tell me, Critic, you go. Go where? Y'all would not like that. First thing is the little laws that will affect and impact everybody. There will be nobody will have the ability to ride a motorbike on the road without a helmet. All them electric bike coming off the road right away. First day, here now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, brother. I thought you're talking about politics here, which is very good. I love this party, PPP party, but I want a good opposition.
We need a good opposition. What I don't want is an opposition that would create confusion because it could be dangerous for us.
I know, but we have to hold these people accountable because Cemetery Road is a stress and no opposition say one shit about that.
No. Our opposition has become so deluded and engrossed in themselves. They don't realize that they're like me. They come into me. Now, what I'm saying, Glenlal has on his front page, me contract, right? What I'm saying, what about the multi-million-dollar contract? Am I not deserving? So the Chinese...
But you're not failing yet.
The Chinese never. I've never failed at anything.
Yeah, but that's how you get. They should put it on his front page when you fail. We'll give you a chance to carry
Well,
on.
that is their problem. The Chinese are building roads. The Trinidadians have contracts. Trinidadians. A man who's fought for Guyanese. Yes, I can fight for Guyanese. I could measure myself like Jagon and all them because when the parking meter come, it was affecting every Guyanese who would have come to Georgetown. Right?
I didn't know what you did for that, buddy.
I war for Guyanese. No. So Chinese building the Demerara Bridge. Trinidadians got house program. Trinidadians, by the way, got couple Trinidadian company got Ramps Logistics could come and him and her half foot in, half foot out. Everybody could get, but Guyanese Critic can't get.
But what Junior Sammy and all of them?
Enough Trinidadians. I ain't naming. Because I ain't got name with Trinidadians, but I ain't got problem with Trinidadians. I got problem with the Guyanese who think they could come after. Now me, more this. Every day you will see this.
My point is that we need a good opposition in this country. We don't have it. So,
Y'all want me become the opposition leader?
nah, you did a good job there. Keep it up like that.
You want so much of an opposition?
Nah, it's not going to be too much for me.
You see? They only said they want them. You want for truth. You imagine me as opposition leader. Me not tell me nobody like hey, whole day call, they taking call, and pushing out information. They show bad, da. Eh? Yeah, Glenn, lad, put up the thing there. Front page, big, Guyanese Critic gets multi-millionaire. What's the problem with it? What's the problem with me getting a multi-million-dollar contract? And partner, I'll save, dedicate a number of front pages for me over the years because you're going to hear about multi-million-dollar contracts one after the other. I going after them. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Critic.
Yeah, brother.
Hope all is well. You? I just like to touch on the point that you were making with the opposition, right? My personal opinion, we don't have a well-equipped opposition right now, which is a known fact. However, I think the media, in a case like this, you try to do it to a great extent, but you're somewhat limited by your technical capacity. So what I think is the case here is that we maybe as a people, it might be more beneficial for us to have the media become the opposition. And I say this like this.
Oh, boy. Here was the funny thing. And before you go in, I complete and then I'll rebut.
Because, for instance, if you look at, not because monkey see monkey do situation, but if you look at the news on in the overseas territory, right? They have sources journalists making allegations and they're making a story, but they do so with a certain amount of reliance on professionals in each individual area weighing in and making analytical arguments, deconstructing a problem, showing you the root causes, something like what Mr. Jagger tried to do with Mr. Glenn on the show, and then it ended up turning into a circus. But a technical way in which you analyze what is perceived to be an issue, and I think if we go down a route where the media starts taking that role, two things will happen. One, we'll have a much more informed public, and we'll have a government which they will have to be on their front foot. They will have to know that, listen, the media is exposing them will be capable of exposing them on a technical level, not just on picking points that the public would like to hear, but technical scrutiny on a public level, and that way we'll end up having more transparency. So what the media ends up doing is like holding a Transparency International every day, but not just by hearsay or by their personal opinion, by using also technical references from technical people, have them weigh in on things so that, it's not just a political opinion or a personal opinion. It has technical backing behind it. You try to do it to a great extent, but with all due respect, you're limited to your skill set. And you will not may not have the skill set to analyze every project or every situation in a technical manner. That's just my 2 cents. I hope you have a wonderful day, sir.
Safe. So let me give you some pointers on how that is flawed. Anytime you try to fuse where power is separated, you get a problem. So media can't be opposition. Media has to do what media does. And to some extent, you see how the media is tainted because you see how the media narrates for each side. So there are parts of the media that is for the opposition, you got parts of the media for the government. I try to stay for the most part neutral. Listen to my words. So what could work, and as you have detailed it, is better analytics, better dissection of the issues by professionals, right? Through the media. But the fusing of having media become the opposition.
No, I think you misunderstood me there. I'm not replacing the opposition, but acting in a form like the opposition by simply adding additional scrutiny to one.
No, but if media outside does it, the only thing ever happen. No need for discussion of media and opposition. If media outside does it, what we got says media is lacking here. We need to up our game.
Well, I mean, I'm a true patriot to my nation, and definitely we lack in many areas, and there's a reason why Guyana is developing our third world nation, and not the fourth world one.
Well, we're not. I don't think we are seen as a third world anymore, and those connotations are decided by who? Americans. We're third world. With Americans with so much of poverty, but it's true. Do you know Americans have more homeless people than the total population of Guyana? Are you aware of that?
Yes, I agree.
So when a man says about himself, and that is why my header this morning is overinflating oneself or thinking too much about oneself, because you see, Alex Smelly Smell, the other day she put up how the FBI, the government asks the authorities over there for her, and nobody wants her. She has not done anything that she has done things that add up to cyber crimes in Guyana as a result of Guyana's laws, and charges will be brought against her. She has done things recently that add up to defamation. Charges will be brought likewise. You understand? Dog gonna be faced. She ain't do nothing for nobody. Give her extradite. She's a little fish. You understand? But they give themselves this, like in the midst of this thing, like me. I've been fighting and doing that kind of thing and so. And other people been fighting. And I asked them, I said, man, just look at the way the world is and ask yourself what's going on. What Glenn Lal is doing here is showing my winnings for my fight. You understand? So, here, Rickford Burke doing, Glenn Lal doing, well, Glenn Lal getting, don't want Glenn Lal game. Glenn Lal, imagine I am the center of Kaicho News front page. A man who kill a man and get half, right? A man who has benefited half of the pains of Guyanese. Bill a paper out of the pain and suffering. Kaicho News, the guy who get murdered. People, not only that he been and run the stories, literally run stories to the extent that he piss off the freedom fighters who were PNC-backed criminals and murderers going about murdering people. And the people them going and murder 9 he press men. Kill people in Kaicho News as a result of what they're doing and what Glenn Lal was making money off of. Glenn Lal is the same man who evaded tax and bringing Lexus pon remigrant scheme. Right? The same man, now he talking about me getting, and here we ask, am I paying my taxes? You understand? Will I pay, how much taxes am I going to make off of a multi-million-dollar contract? This is the question you got asked.
Mr. Critic, I can only say this much to my brother. If you wasn't doing something right or toward people, they wouldn't criticize you, you know. Criticism comes from progress. If you don't want progressing, you would not have been criticized.
I hear you, brother. We talk.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Right? So when I watch this, I gotta keep space. I think they should keep a blank space just waiting Bunkai Junior's front pitch me. Because nothing more. Me stop in. And when I put me bid out there, the government can't say them and giving me contract. When me bid coming right, me and them up the road. I gotta get all the contracts that I bid for. Well, and win. And win. Right? When I put it up there. When I put it up there and get the lowest price, or is the best candidate, I gotta get me contract. And you're gonna see multi-million-dollar contract steady. Because me not do 15 million contracts. Me not got time for them thing now. Hello, good morning.
Morning, boss. You see how you saying you fighting for Guyanese people? It's the same way I went on fight for democracy. That Guyanese people, I went on fight for democracy, watch ballot box, non-prel, going song all over. And until this date, I can't get the house flat. Apply for my year, they always tell you about today, tomorrow.
When you apply?
I applied since 2016. They say how Jack they put out something that when you're going, if you apply 2019 or something.
No, before 2019. Send your thing to me. Next thing, where you been to fight me? You encounter me when you been to do this fight for ballot box?
Man, I could send you video tell you video me right at Luziknan. You understand?
Luziknan?
Now when you come a video when you put it up, when people fighting for democracy. I went and fight there. People who know for talk, I went non-prel, watch ballot box. I went the big man was died during COVID time. Cause we had a team and we went on.
No, but here. Let's be honest. I want to ask you a simple thing. Have you, since the new administration has come in, have you benefited anything at all?
Well, the administration doing a good job. I born as a PVP and I can die as a PVP. But what I'm saying.
No, hear what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. But I don't want to use a derogatory term for refer to Indian people, but I get the sense. Let me give you a little story first and then you're going to understand where I go. So I got a man in Barbies. He got a big shed. He got a set of vehicle, Tacoma and all kind of thing park up under this shed. And the problem is, oh God, he got to pay taxes for some bobcat truck. He got the thing as a right. He never get nothing for this government. So when I see they got some big gun. Now, he was accused for the Henry brothers thing, and so they get whole. Right?
Yeah, I listen.
So them they had gun there in time there. Right? When the problem happened. And he get this, he get that. I said, man, I called the Minister of Agriculture. I said, man, this man do so much and go through so much and suffering and all. But you know, bear in mind, I tell him Minister of Agriculture, and they stand up under a big shed. It's like 4 houses that cover down. Combine all this thing they need there, right? And all this vehicle. And oh God, he never get nothing. So I said, man, you ain't got things for people like this for help out people like this. Hear the minister, the man just get a bull. I said, man, I turned back to the man. I said, man, what happened to the bull? Harry, oh yes.
Listen to this. I working, right? Construction, doing work. Right where you're working right now in Diamond, I working next door to you.
Do you have jobs? You got construction job?
No, listen to me. I working, I supervising, I working next door to you right in Diamond. I work endless housing scheme since our president was housing minister, farm, or telemoko, you name it, buddy. And I said no. I can't get a house. That me no.
No, but I understand what you're saying, but here was saying, how you expect me to understand? Like me mother help PNC rig elections. Right? I know, that's a matter of fact. And she applied since 1993. 31 years now she ain't get house lad.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's fine. Just listen to me. Why say it?
Yeah.
People them should do a thing like these people them were working in certain place. I said directly they should get priority. But tell look out for them. Because these is the people them that you hear I saying since Ramatar was president, I them working from housing scheme. You understand?
Yeah.
And after today, every time you go in, something they always telling you. They're ready soon, they're all this order. I ain't getting a car, but it's frustrated. I get 2 children, I get my money, I ready for pay.
2 Oh, so you collect the 90,000 too? You put it over towards the house?
Man, that is for children, that is not for house.
Oh, you're not? No, what try forget that? And sometimes we be so discontented, right? Like me in your house, lad. No, one might be in the pipeline for me. But I, here, lad, when I go, the lady said, but she got for some lunch. I said, man, like, I keep by your fudge your house that I mean, able to think this.
No.
Because I calculated like they're bad.
You were in a position that you could do things, you got to get a house that now. Let me put it like that. But somebody like me, for years, want to me, I gotta get a house that, buddy. When I reach 40 year or 50 years, then I gonna get a house that.
Well, me know. But here what I tell you. Here what I can tell you. And I hope this knowledge is imparted with other people. Because I get a sense, right? All you do there is bitching. Let me teach you something now. So, a skill that is not foreseen, that I have, and I've learned over the years, so is appeal to people's better judgment. There's a book called The 48 Laws of Power. And this is a learning lesson for all of you, right? As a man walking out there and hustling and trying to get things in life, this is a learning lesson to you. One of the laws of power is never outshine the master. Another one of the laws, people don't like when you start, you say, oh, you the there with the ballot box and you the help and so you don't get. It is humans' nature to find resentment for such propositions. When people are, let me simplify it for you. When you go and tell a man, what you do for he, you understand? And why you deserving this thing?
Eh? I do something. I understand what you're saying. It's like I do something.
No.
I look for others. But when
no, but you ain't listening to me. You ain't listening to me.
I do things for them.
You ain't listening to me.
No, we always there.
Hear what I'm saying to you. What you have done is a matter of fact. I am suggesting to you, when you present yourself to somebody and you tell them, why I do for you, man, and me get. In their mind, deep-seated in their subconscious, there is a rejection to what you're saying. This is psychology. Now, what might be more interesting is suggesting what you will give before you get this thing. No, this is not PPP, PNC politics. This is anybody could use it. So, I am telling you, when you present yourself to somebody for because if you're telling me, most likely you're telling other people. Now, when I want something, I don't tell people nothing about why I do or how I do it. I appeal to people's personal nature and wants. So if you're going to present yourself to somebody, just like how you're using the fact that the past, the way you do, and who you are, you present yourself and you said, listen to me, man, I'm glad for getting some house that before the next election. It got really hurt me hard that I voting again for y'all and I ain't get a house that. So you're suggesting what you're giving. I got something more for Guy. No word do I done, Guy. You understand? Because when you telling the person, mommy, your house, that I do this and I do that, people thinking, man, so wait, you didn't benefit from the taxes, you didn't benefit from all the money where we take out for the fuel, you didn't get the two for the two children, you get $45,000. We give you all them things we promise. Oh God, house lot you ain't get a day driver. You understand what I'm telling you?
I understand what you're
In the human mind, while you're speaking, it happens to me. I'm looking at somebody that telling me the story, and I got disdain for them, and I got a bitter taste in my mouth, and I don't know why. Because it's deep-seated. I don't want to hear of myself like that. When you present yourself in that manner to people, here they're thinking, oh God, I didn't deliver, and they don't feel bad. You want people...
bro, but it's years.
Oh,
I understand my point. It's years.
hey, we talk, bro, we talk. I understand, we talk.
All right,
We
good.
talk, take care. Everybody hear your story. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so hard to teach people. It's a simple thing. Women can use it. Men can use it. Babe. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, partner.
Talk to me.
I would
like to raise a little issue that happened to me at the Harbor Bridge.
Well, let me done my thing and then I'll call you back. Let me done my thing and I'll call you back. Now, I want to impress upon you this thing. And this has a direct relation to your successes as a human being. So people don't know why when they go in negotiations, they don't get what they want. Like me, I never want nothing. And I get everything. This is something I could impart with you. I never want nothing. When I want, so what could do for y'all? Hey. Like, when I do my live videos, people say, Critic, thank. I said, no thanks needed. Remember, you're on my live. The world is seeing me and know this is what I've done. I don't need praises. I can't carry it to the bank. So I said, no. You understand? Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Critics. You're on your live show presently,
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, partner, what about you?
All right. Here, I said yesterday a cover thing with GPL with these people running wild. Now, I get the same scenario in section D Nomprel.
Just send the details to me and I'll get GPL for going and hot up the tracks.
Okay, good. Because I make
You want to solve your story or you want tax? Send the details to me. Location, you can send some picture to me. GPL will go hot up the tracks.
good, safe, cool, good.
This is the problem. People don't understand the small dynamics of interaction and how you get things done. Because a ta-la-la-la-la-la is mass games. You know, I don't have phone calls for more than about a minute. Except, well, with the program and so on, when it is interesting. Let me give you some of my phone calls. So gear run on the phone calls. 1 minute ago. Does it have the time? Let me go to the regular phone calls. Right? And 9:14, 9:13, bam, bam, bam. All of my calls, 39 seconds, 30 seconds, 9 seconds, 39 seconds, 31 seconds, 24 seconds. Hey, partner, we're going on.
Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Hey, I depend on my life. Let me call you back just somewhere, Gaff.
All right, good, Mr. Critic.
Junior, what asked you that on this morning? Carl, hello, good morning.
Hey, you gotta stop being a narcissist part, no? You're narcissistic, man, no?
Explain, expound for me. You piqued my interest there. You piqued my interest. I have accepted that I might have narcissistic qualities, but I like to know how we identify them.
Your call is being forwarded.
No, you want that. This is the problem. They find a word and it's interesting, but expound for me. How? What are the qualities in me that you suggest are narcissistic? Simple. I might agree. You think I care? Do you know most of the CEOs? Most of the CEOs express a certain level of psychopathy, psychopathic behavior. Eh? Because you remember, you sit down, you believe when I wake up in the morning, I come in, oh, my heartstrings pull when I gotta get rid of people after they done put me through. After this, regard me and go and give smelly smell. You think when I wake up in the morning and me numbers ain't right. When I watch me payroll and people ain't walking, I don't even think twice if I did. I ain't got no feelings over that. Because they ain't gonna think twice for bring me down if I get them the opportunity. We ain't thinking about that. And I say, oh, I have all these workers. Oh, what they're gonna do. Hey, I hustle for take care of you and your family. And somebody call me and tell me you there for shipment to the work? You didn't study in your family. I got to study your family? No. Call it a day. Thanks for your service. Send them a termination letter right away. You believe when one of them, I got one of them named Fine Man. I go and get house flat fee. When the time came, he left the work and gone. He gonna work with somebody. You believe he said, oh, Mr. Critic helped me. No. So then people were running business and thinking, oh God, the girl work with me long. So because you work with me long, you can start thief? Because you work with me long, you could get lazy? No. Yes. So, what have you learned from the 48 Laws of Power? And when it was given to me by a girlfriend who I had at the time, who told me I expressed certain things that she read in a book. And when I read it in the book, I said, like, they read this book about me. One of the stories is don't outshine the master. The other day I started, I wrote I had a header that said, a fool and his money shall soon be parted. And the people take offense and say throwing shades upon them. Post up thing upon smelly smell program and all them things. Where are we today? What happened today? In the grandest scheme of things, who are the masters in this country? This isn't said, don't be who you are. It says, don't outshine the master. You think I could have been so bold as I am behind the scenes if I didn't have this platform to represent myself? You would have heard stories about me that would have never been explained. I would have been made out to be the biggest villain in this country. But I hold a trump. In this one hand, I hold a trump. While this fist cuffs and bring pain and anger, in this one hand, I hold a trump that I could come and explain myself. And that is why I impart that with you who could call and have an opportunity to explain yourself and put your story out there. What I'm telling the caller earlier, who telling people, you appeal to people's wants and needs. So when I come, if I had to talk to get contracts, I would get all the contracts. Because when you talk that contract, you say, oh God, I'd have to get this contract for make so much money. No. If I had to present myself to the Minister of Housing or the President to say, I could get this contract, I'd say, listen to me. Sir, I want you to imagine. Each one of these house lots will be voting for you. And if I am given the opportunity to build this housing development, we will make sure it's done right. We'll make sure it's efficient, it's done on time. It so happens that's how you get contract. But if I had, I would have get more than anybody else. Because me say, oh God, if you give me the contract, I can get money. No, me not get nothing. Me there watch. When I did the contract for them other people, the contract was $500 million for Bill of Wire for Providence. And they're talking about some other contractor and thing and negotiating for money. I said, how much is the profit? They said 200 million. I said, yeah, I'll take the profit. Just pay for the thing bill. Everybody was like, who would give up all the profit? Well, who does end up in the paper with multi-million-dollar contract? How you believe he's end up in the paper under 2 years with multi-million-dollar contract? Because as a result of the free job that I did in building the wharf, I amassed knowledge in the shortest period of time and experience. The Pui group could say yes. They built a short-based facility. And everybody knew the crane had an accident and so. Nobody can say me and been there and do that. They blame me for the man that they know it's me crane. So it wasn't me build the wharf. Why I say no? It's not me that been there, Bilam. And I mean, see? And now you come here and I been, no. What will me do that for? For jumping at the fastest and shortest possible time. Now, everybody watch and say, who would give you $200 million? Well, a man who set his sights on billions of dollars. Because 200 million is chicken feed to what I want. This is what I want. I want them on Kaicho front page every day. And I want when the Kaicho do put me thing like this on the website, they got a song play, another one bites the dust. He get another billion. You understand? Another one bites the dust. We all thought, I can give you all the history of me construction one of these days. We all thought I do all this for? We all thought I gonna build a wharf, develop all this experience, give away all the profit to get the experience. How much $100 million do you think you have to pay to get the experience, to get the opportunity to build a wharf? I appeal to the people them greed. I know they're greedy. What's my friends and we associate and I calculate? Money. I didn't say, man, I have an engineering background. I have the right engineers. I didn't lie to them. I know money. I say here, I take all the profit. Me just want to build one wharf. And they bite. I appeal to their interests, which at the time was greed, like everything else with them. People don't know those things. And I mean, partly the man I had to cut here because I telling he how to play this game. Life is a game, yes. It works in your relationship. When you go to your wife, oh, I love you. Why would you do this to me? I love you. How she could feel you love? Why you do it? It's you loving, it's you feelings. How she feeling you feelings? And people don't know when they cross from a woman. You gotta appeal to her personal interest. What is she to get from your love? Well, my loving you is giving you this. This is what it will look like in the long run. Oh, baby, I love you. What it means? Some man tell women I love them and clap one box in them after. What does it mean? How does that appeal to her? This is a human thing. For the ignorant, it can be like witchcraft. For the fools, people are going to suggest this is narcissism. But it's the only way you get things. People, you would assume, I'm telling them guys the other day. So I go into a restaurant and we're sitting down. And people look at me because I'm famous. That's how people look at me. But in general, nobody cares about you. When you go sit down here, you're thinking, oh, I wonder how my face look on it. Nobody cares. Everybody's thinking the same thing. I wonder how my face look. I wonder how he looking at me. I wonder, we think about me. Me? You understand? Me? When I do calculating, I want to get on this belly to get my body fat to 12%. To, you understand? To be able to power the lowly moo. You understand? I want to see more of the lowly. And now we're seeing all of it. Oprah said when you every inch of waist you lose, you just get an inch of penis, but you just see an inch more of your penis. So when you got a big belly like this, I'm blaming seeing the lowly. But as it go down, your lowly just grow back because the belly coming in, and now you could watch them and see the lowly. You understand? When I go into the gym, you believe I thinking, oh, what them you all think about me? No. I thinking I've learned that longevity in life is directly correlated to muscle mass. You understand? And the main fact that they're wrong long, I can get. I'm going to try. If I could program myself for longevity, then I obviously am going to have a fairly good sex life. But I don't think, oh God, how them girls gonna see me, how I look. No. Appeals to the people's interest. Like a child. Oh, baby daddy loves you. Mommy loves you. What does that mean? Don't get them something. You obviously hate from a child to a parent. Don't get them something. Starve them. It's a human thing. It's innate quality in us. Stop going to people and crying. Oh God, I didn't do that. No, people don't like that. What you don't know is not to say they hate you. But when you present yourself to someone, I'll give you a number of levels how it works. So when you present yourself to someone, and you do not appeal to what drives them deep inside, they have a level of resentment. They don't know why they feel like that. They feel bad. It's like you insult them. Hey man, I vote. I never see you before. Oh, I fight for democracy. Yes, I did that too. You don't think all the ministers have been fighting for democracy? You imagine talking to a minister. You imagine talking to somebody get a job. You imagine you see Priyamani Chan, who's the Minister of Education, who they're right now sharing out money to all the children. Right? Giving the cash down to all the children. And tell you, Minister man, you can't remember how they fighting and thing. But then on she thinking, then on for do with me. You get the thing for your two children? Yeah, I look after you. Right away, you bring up something that people don't know why they're repulsed by you. Sex. Yeah, like if you come home and woman, you taking this thing. No. Kissing the ears and you're playing around and you're fooling around, you say nice things. It's all about you, baby. Because my God is like plant them in you. You understand? Thing don't grow to this thing, but I don't push it in you. But me telling you though, you understand? Man don't know man tell you what you gonna do to you. So what benefit is there for a woman when you do it to she? No, you got a plant in she head. What gonna happen to she? Babe, when what gonna happen, you will get wet. And she thinking, how so? You. It's not about me. You appeal to people's interests. Because what A's got to do with anything, man? No? What A's got to do with Loli and Pata? Got big thing. What breasts got to do with it? Big thing. Totally unrelated parts of the body. Big thing. Because the honest truth is, the only interest for me in breasts is because I know that it's pleasing to the woman. You believe I let her like a big jackass? Like a big jackass? Eh? You think it's a sexual fantasy for me for going back to baby stage? No. It's pleasing to the woman. Will you give him a before you get? Because all we doing is planting. All we interested as men is planting. You know what's the difference between we who always get him a plant and who run around with a plant for plant? It's your appeal. You see the whole culture was it about? Every woman, oh, you got cared about a date. Is what she want before you give a plant. That also has to relate to your life and your wants and your job. People ask if how much you paying? How much work you could do by? Nobody wants to lose somebody that's worth it. You think you're worth $15,000? Show the people. But if I had this truck, I don't only can drive this truck. I got a little pressure washer. I got a man who used to come with me, got a pressure washer. Just bring pressure washer. I want to be truck driver. Just bring a pressure washer and wash. You understand? I would wash and maintain this truck, or see if you got people, I would still check through and make sure it maintained to a certain level. That's what I could give you. You understand? Even in, yeah, brother, you think up something for we talk about?
Yeah, sorry I had to cut you off there, so I was at work.
No problem. Now, no apologies needed. What are some of the narcissistic qualities you see in me?
I lost.
No. My hair now, you know me now want nothing. Me not so smart. Me only want one.
You know though. Me understand what you're saying, Mr. Critic.
Yeah.
And you know that as a critic, right? And you add the S at the end.
Yeah, one. Give me one narcissistic quality I have.
It seems to me like, you know, a lot of times you like to belittle people that call on your show, man. And you know, and that is not nice sometimes. I mean, some people deserve it, but not everybody deserve it. You understand?
So that is a narcissistic quality of mine?
Anyway, it's not the brightest bulb in the room, right? It's not, we're free. You soon to say, an academic. Anyway, that's not the point. Let me done with it though. My real problem is, right? Here is my real problem. It's a concerned citizen with a problem. Good.
No,
2 years now.
Here was me problem. And it shouldn't be a problem because you accepted you're not the brightest bulb in the room because you touched me there just now. And I have on many occasions suggested that I am or present narcissistic qualities. And here was the funny thing. After that, like you, where everybody just talk about words when they hear, I end up going to research it extensively and realize that I express qualities that the academics would have been suggesting have narcissistic connotation or narcissistic, but
correct. You do have some narcissistic quality.
I am by far not a narcissist, and when I sit down and study about it, watch it, put back this thing on this page, so you see the front page said Guyanese Critic gets another multi-million-dollar contract.
Yeah.
You better become a narcissist.
It's jealousy.
No, well, you better become a narcissist. Because them boy making money. Let me hear your problem.
Yeah, well, here though, 2 years now, partner. Me don't pay for my land everything. 912,000. Me know how come me alone pay 912,000 for my income anyway. But you see people that are applying there, they get into the land right away.
How you know how you alone pay 912,000?
But they never calling you.
No, here now. You pay for this land at the back of Sapphire there?
No, Mr. I pay for land. I don't give me last number everything.
And they carry and show you the location?
No, them
some of them hold, some of them there. I like right now at the back of Diamond, we there a little back. But as y'all see, we do a video there at night doing bridges and so day and night we walk if I get the job done.
Correct.
Paul testing pipe.
They are pushing it.
Paul testing pipe. Now here laugh. Remember, I like me, when me watch the contract and say I got put on pipe and so. Right? Partner. It don't happen so. Like how you dig and put on your PVC pipe. It don't happen so.
No.
You got to giant all the pipe through the street.
Correct.
The pipe raised up at the pipe. Put on a block on the pipe. Then pressure test the pipe. The ministry that check them.
Correct.
So when you think
this happen overnight, you know?
you dig hole and put up the night when we doing the bridge, when you see Paul walk out barefoot for the back, a pipe, he better take some back there. So people think well it happened just so. So me who rushing still their back. Because of weather like today rain tear ass.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing on the road. So I don't know what's going on at Metamils are there.
After I paid on $400,000 for it, right at Lenora. And they gave us I think it's a sales agreement, and the sales agreement state if you don't pay the outstanding sum within 6 months, they will deem the transaction forfeit. But they take 2 years and they ain't telling me nothing substantial.
Well, listen to me. Send the thing to me. Send your details to me, because here what's going on. I think they you deserve an explanation as to why. Because you have a house lot there, it's already allocated to you.
Correct.
Right?
Exactly.
Here was the next thing. There are people who are coming and getting house lots who are, I'm seeing photos on the housing ministry page of people getting a house lot and they stand up by the house lot. So they only get a lot, they get the location. At the back by me, there's some people at the front lot, so we complete road and so already start allocating. We have to finish out at the back.
We got to wait on second phase, and second phase is supposed to be allocated last month. They said, but
oh, okay. Because what I'm saying, people who are applying for house lot before they're saying we looking after your thing. But I don't know what that process is, if it is putting you higher up on the waiting list or whatever, right? Okay. But send your details to me. I can call and find out and see what we could get done.
I will do that. And one more thing I want to highlight to let the viewers in here, right? You see the concept and this corruption index thing with these international bodies to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they say Guyana is the most corrupt country, you know, a lot of citizens, especially people who are in the opposition camp, they tend to think, you know, this corruption index only based on the government directly.
No, well, here what people don't know. Here what people don't know. And this is a matter of fact. If on the corruption level in this country, we're talking per capita, per individual.
Correct.
So if in the government or in the administration of this country,
correct,
there are 1,000, the administration of the country, not the government.
Correct.
If in the administration of this country there are 1,000 corrupt people, 750 are PNC people, and people don't catch it. So if you're going on ministry and it has participated in corruption, 90% of public servants are opposition people. 90%. Right? So people don't understand how this corruption thing does work. Now, what you can say, like everything else in the world, there's a 25% that garner more than the 75%. Mm-hmm. But that has nothing to do with the fact that all them corrupt.
Correct. And one more thing I want to highlight with this Chappie, so you and them had an incident the other day with the court case. I ain't gonna call any, we don't know who we're talking about. Well, when Smelly like everybody was in bed with them, everything is nice.
Well, Smell is still in bed, and she's made their photograph collecting the money for them, her profile picture.
Well, here's the joke now. Now that they see America and the tail, they show them up with PPP. How you like though?
Yeah.
They put them in PPP, one category of corruption.
No, but
Guyanese know the able, eh?
That's how the game is played. You can't vex with them.
Guyanese know the able. At the time, I really fed up with this country. I ain't gonna lie to you. As a young man, I just had 33 years of age, but partner this country with the mentality of some Guyanese, like
that will change. If we keep having these discussions and people keep hearing, they will learn and it will change. You know how much has changed since I started as the Guyanese Critic? Let me tell you. So when I started doing live videos and just roll up in front of people's face, I could remember maybe the third video in, I was doing something for GPL. This is the first time I'm doing on an executive level. So I was just covering stories and everybody just talking the madness out there. But covering a company issue. GPL had some issue and I gone for cover it. Here am I, hello. Don't show me face, man. I say, wait, just thief part-time? So I insult you, right? That's a quality you identify with me. Here, sarcasm, I've always been that way. So it's like a damn gene.
Nothing wrong with being a little sarcastic.
Right? Nah, I little extreme. Not little, don't bullshit me now. So,
yeah, extreme.
Right? we gotta agree upon the facts. So, after that, look at where we are today. Everybody does a live, nobody did a live before me, brother. Live videos.
That's true.
Right? I was consistent. I kept it. Now today, everybody has a voice. The first time there's a program that you could call and cuss a man, tell you anything, is he. And have a discussion and I represent me, said you represent, you said something and get heated over. The first time, like today, You call somebody you identify as a narcissist, then call back to have a discussion, then call back with you and put a you problem. Imagine how civil we have become, that you call me for being insultive, insult me, then still went on for we deal with the problems, and we deal with it, and we have a discussion. How many
I appreciate you.
How many people you think will learn from the partner?
A lot.
Yes, sir. And when you say, my, I got narcissism, it catch me because what happened? I used to be saying I have narcissistic tendencies. Then I researched it extensively and I calculated, no. We getting tied up. It was the misuse and misappropriation of terms and words. You understand? Okay. Because the narcissist necessarily doesn't have feelings. You can't be an empathetic narcissist. So the narcissist is so self-centered. Now I have a persona. I create an outward look for sturdiness and purposes, but everybody knew. Everybody walking around me know, yo, when you ask the bosses and right away, you understand? Like they got hundreds of things happening on a daily, make me help, do this, da. Nothing. No feelings, bad feelings about it. I just love doing what I do. You understand?
Correct.
And when I'm in my lonely moment and I cry, when I break down because of the pain that I'm seeing other people, and I know, no, you can't be a narcissist. Because I know a narcissist. I've been friends with a narcissist. You understand? Void of all feelings. Just about self. People would ask you, hey man, advise me man, tell me. And they do I could tell you what they're going to do. Because when they ask for the advice, they want to be told about this thing that they're going to go up against. You understand? Like people are in a situation today. I didn't know this. My friend, my former friend, went with all of his vehicles in front of the American embassy with a bullhorn and protested the American embassy on behalf of Palestine. My friend, former friend. No. Hold on. Let me try to get it for y'all. This is AWAP now.
I love the news, especially, now like I said, I'll be listening to get you the Friday. I don't really read Kaicho now.
This is psychotic. No, for years I've been saying, partner, to what ends was this? Because I realized when a man don't do so, I said, why don't you do a school that will educate people? Why don't you invest in certain things, right? Let me show you. Oh, shit. Okay, so I can't make up these things.
The realest thing.
Where's the video?
But something wrong with Guyanese, though. Guyanese really, do a real mental checkup. But it's 80% of the population, I ain't gonna lie.
No, it's a mindset. It's not so much wrong with us. It's a mindset thing, right? And unless we educate our people, they'll never get. Now, many people didn't know about this. I showed somebody the other day. So imagine the Americans are investigating you and your ill-gotten gains. This is 2 weeks before sanctions, by the way, right? Imagine the Americans are investigating you. While the Americans are sending billions of dollars representing Israel on a world stage, while Israelis are committing genocide against the Palestinians. Now, I want you to pay attention to the geopolitics here, the dynamics of what's going on. So the Americans on the world stage take the time and the energy to invest, support, and back Palestine, while Israel, while the world court suggests that genocide is being committed by Israel, right?
By Israel, correct. War crimes.
You,
Charles Netanyahu.
Roger, you are being investigated for your ill-gotten gains by the same Americans. Take it upon yourself to take some of the vehicles that you acquired through those ill-gotten gains. Put Palestinian flags on them. Drive through the streets with a bullhorn of Georgetown and go in front of the American embassy. Stop right here. No, hear what I'm saying. When people don't know the place, like, to what ends? You think a couple Lamborghinis are going to change, a Lamborghini and a Ferrari and a bullhorn is going to change the policy, an American policy?
Never.
Right? So,
Never.
let me watch it out and then we can take it. Let me show you. We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
The Americans doing, right? They can't find nothing wrong with the PPP and or Avenue like everybody claiming, but they go for 2 years investigating the Mohammeds and they do get something.
Well, no. They have. Look, May Thomas is an aspect of that. PPP can't pull out themselves from the fact that a high member.
I think there's an individual aspect with her.
No. No, you can't separate one and the same. She was acting in the capacity. She was an executive of the PPP. She was acting in the capacity of the government.
I understand.
Not for the government or behalf of the government, but corruption has been, as the Americans are claiming, corruption has been uncovered.
The wrong place at the wrong time, so to speak.
Roger that, right? So what I'm saying, now, when you talk about the narcissist, right? This man can't say that I didn't want it because I'm looking at the thing. And I said, brother, why do you do what you do? Because I'm sitting beside a man who acts like Pablo Escobar, who acting out of the norm. And I'm saying, imagine the Americans deny me a visa. God in heaven knows so. Maybe because I cuss them anti-man and them lesbian. You understand? When they check up your Facebook thing and realize this man are hostile to some extent, keep you out. Much as day level. You understand?
Yeah.
You got to know for pick your fights.
Correct is right.
And that is what happened. I tell you, man. So I gave him the book. I said, read the 40. If you can't read, you ain't got the time and patience to read it, which he doesn't have because he got ADHD or whatever you call it. He all up in himself. I said, listen to the audiobook. And one of the rules was don't outshine the master. And he misunderstood. He thought he was a master.
Oh.
But in every context of which you are in or you find yourself in, whether it is a reality or a fictional situation, business or otherwise, there's a master over you. On the grand scheme of things, when we come out, and America as the world power, then there's God. There's always a master. Don't outshine the master. One has to know one's place. He misunderstood and thought he was a master. What he was afforded is the opportunity to be a court jester. That is what he was. And from the past, court justice were very powerful people. If you could have sung into the ear of the king and the queen, you understand? You yielded great power. One has to know oneself. Me, when I calculated you, I wanted to be me. I wanted control. You understand? That is why I chose media. I didn't choose a political party. You imagine me with me skill set in the PPP. I'd been leading in one of them executive position by now. And I was introduced to the PPP since must be about 15 years.
Oh, Mr. Critic, I got 1 minute remaining anyway. Enjoy the conversation and have a good day.
You tag, bro. Safe. I was introduced to the PPP way back. You don't think I would have walked me? I calculate, no. Because I can't help myself. I would have had to outshine the master that would have put me down. Like a rabid dog. You understand? The dynamics, a lot of what you do and how you present yourself. Like in one part, you act in a certain way. People saying, oh, presidential thing is a... And then you're militant and then from the embassy and attacking and anything. You realize they're not going to be taken too well? Huh? Why the Americans can claim to deny me a visa? Some shit I tag just though. It's to this day. And people asking me, but policy, what, me? Let them nations, me running this country. We got to study Venezuela. We can't even represent ourselves against Venezuela. We got to get their protection. You understand? You're between a rock and a hard place. You got to choose. Are you going to stand up against your brother and foe who representing against your enemy, Venezuela? For what you're doing somewhere else? Don't concern yourself with things that you don't understand. Do not concern yourself with this madness. The thing what they're doing for the madness. But that's when you have an overinflated sense of self. And you find people with overinflated sense of self, when time comes, they start being drawn to one another. Melly Mel and all of them, they're drawn to one another. Because she got a self of importance. She ain't talking about the credit card fraud. This all we ask him, know everything else under the sun. Everything else under the sun. Now, as it relates to these contracts, y'all know this. I want to see this every day on Kaicho News front page. That's why I work for, buddy. What do you think I come here for? Huh? You don't think I deserve... A man who went to India to Biden in shorts. You don't think I deserve him? Of my... What you do? What you do? What y'all ever do for get on Kaicho News front page? What effort you ever make? We ever risk everybody's coming and critic? Be careful, it's dangerous. Yes, I know. People who never do nothing, even want to do something for make a move for say, I want better my relationship, I want better my job. I mean, no sacrifice for the self. Want to talk about me? Soon come every day, Kaicho News front page must got me. Because I go to open hotels, hospitals. I ain't done in. I built an empire. Billionaire in debt. With highly likely possibility of paying back. Not billionaire who got and can't use. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, critics. I got a point. I see the UK sending back some of the protesters, cleaning up the place. Well, I got to tell you.
Hold on. The UK sending back protesters?
Yeah, they sending back immigrants. We're doing stupidness there. You must read it.
Where you see the article?
I saw that. I saw that on the news. That
no man, you following them stupid posts for this make one thing. Nobody sends back protesters. You could protest any way you want in the first world. It's It's a right. It's a human right to protest. So you gotta get the story and send to me, and then we can talk about it.
All right, I'm going to send this to you.
Roger that.
Good.
Me no want to get shit setback protesters. When I get the opportunity for government, we believe I going to do. We believe I going to, sir. Hiding? So we have Mr. Rickford Burke live. Oh God. How you doing, sir? Mr. Jeff, just got a video. Mr. Jeffers going to church. Are you videoing? Mr. Jeffers, how you doing, sir? Nice to shake your hand. I hope you're following with all that's going on in Guyana. Please be vigilant, even with the people close to you. See? That's somebody coming out the court side there, right there. We thought they going there for going to hide in some basement. I hear New York got some of the biggest rats. I ain't one of them. You get me frightened when he said this animal protesters. You trying to say the first flight they going back? Woo! Hey, get Rafa! Hey, get Rafa! They know them American people. Here's Scotty. Excuse my language. We charge you with genocide. Two weeks before sanctions. I think the man was distributing sanctions from America named Sanction Johnny. Hello, good morning, sir. How can I be of help to you?
Good morning, boss. How are you doing today?
No complaints. What can I complain about? Have you seen Kaiser News front page? I've been given another multi-million-dollar contract to the extent of about $688 million. What do I have to complain about, sir?
But this is what I want said to you, right? And it don't make sense. Look at this. If we are going to put Guyana Critic's contract out there because he's from Guyana, he exposing a couple of things, which is his job to do as a fucking Guyanese citizen. Sorry for cussing. Because you're into media business and there's a job. Why they don't release other people contracts that's under the table too?
No, don't do me now, man. Me first thing is, no, but here now, me contracting there under no table. But I prefer the limelight for me alone. Because them a little narcissistic tendencies is jumping.
No, listen to me, buddy. I said, if we are going to release Guyana Critic's contract, right, to the media, why are we not releasing, why are they not releasing the other rest of people that have contracts that's under the table?
My brother, I don't know why. And I don't know of any contract. What I'm saying, I think you're phrasing it wrong. There ain't no contracts under the table. It's public information. I talked about it before. But here what I'm telling you, I ain't too interested in releasing nobody else's contract. When I done in this country, over the period from 2020 to 2025, I must be talked about so much is that in 2025, 2026, I could come and say, I built this country. Because I would be the only contractor ever heard of. So much time.
I ain't cutting you, right? I ain't cutting you, but I want to tell you something. When you start doing this type of work, right? When you start doing this type of work, this is when Guyanese people start seeing, and I'm talking about the regular people as me. This is when Guyanese people start seeing, hey, this is what's going on in Guyana. This is how things should be done. This is where a project they're up to. They get 12 months to complete it. They're doing this right now. This is how far it is. Every time things like this used to happen with Guyana infrastructure, we would just hear about it and never really see it. Now we're seeing it.
I'm the first person that did videos with small roads building, how the foundation is laying down the asphalt. Yeah.
You see, you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, brother.
If it wasn't for somebody like you know, would choose to put it out there, nobody had to force you, would choose to put it out there to the Guyana people and say, hey, this is what I get a contract for. This is what this $10 gotta do. This is what I doing. Yeah, look how far with that. Look when I now start with a weekly or a daily update. You ain't obligated that to us. You obligated that to who you got a contract with, right?
Yeah.
To show them your progress you're making. but you choose to put it out and say, hey, Guyanese, this is what's going on. And meeting is, and this is sometimes when, you're drinking a beer or two, you would get in an argument with another man. You doing it freely, no charge. But people taking the things that you're doing and showing the right way things supposed to be done. People taking that and trying to make it into, gonna get a next contract. But what I want to congratulate you on is that if you was not doing a good fucking job, you would never get a next contract. That is what people need to start looking at. If Guyana Critics was never doing a good job, you would have never gotten a next contract. So it means that you're doing something right and you're pushing whatever it is. I don't understand the business you're in, right? I'm just a regular building engineer working in America. It means that whatever is your contract, it means that whoever, the government or whoever gave it to you, they trusted you enough to give you a next one or an extension because they like what you're doing and what you're doing is the right way. That's all I want to say. And you should drink a beer today.
Thanks, my brother. Thanks for your input. Not many people see things for they are, and I don't like. Well, I said that I don't like tooting my own horn, but I tell you, I blow in, yeah. I blow it like it's a blow job. I do it, yeah. I tell you, I blow in my horn, not me, because who gonna toot you horn? Look at these. You want these people? Whoever come up with the idea. Sanction Johnny, look at this video and he wasn't too pleased. No, the man stop that. What he should do? Yeah, my brother.
Critics, you know what that guy said just now? I second it because when you traveling and you showing how people, how you got to go here and you got to go there and you got to go there. You understand me? How you going there and different places. It's everybody get knowledge that how you could travel, we could do, we must do, we must do. I second the man and I congratulate you.
Thanks, brother, thanks.
Get 10 points to that.
I don't get congratulations every day because for the most part I'm an asshole. I'm willing to accept that, but the truth is the truth, and it make you feel good. It make you feel good that people see the good in me. You know what I'm saying? I accept as an asshole with a lot to gain. I could be considered the richest, the wealthiest. I don't like to use rich because you could lose your riches, right? So there's a wealth of knowledge. There's a wealth of things that I've attained in recent years. So I'd consider myself to be the wealthiest asshole. Hey, I change up two picture. Fed up see me 7 helicopter and within there. See two nice picture. What's something with the president there? I think I got something with a man named Jeffrey Sachs. One of the men who, I'll give you some photos from my India trips and so on. So, I got photos with greatest cricketers. I got photos with I got photos, unbelievable people I've met. They're most amazing people I've met. There's certain things that I hold close and dear. Like when you meet these people, it's not about so much putting out there and stuff, but I gotta do it because people want to know. People want to see too. People want to know more about what's going on in my life. Yes, so yeah. This is crazy. Here, this is mad. Now what hurts me is I analyze things. And when me and the kid was friends, I said, yo, this thing is do this way, this is it. What's the purpose of these things? Really misunderstood his position on the food chain. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Turn on the thing in the background, ma'am. What was your program at that?
That is the program on the TV. There, I just calling concerning a house lot.
What to your house lot?
Since 1993, I applied for a house lot.
31 years, like me mother. You got the paper there?
Yes, since 19.
Send the paper to me on WhatsApp.
Send it on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it and see how I could get assistance for you.
Yeah, because here now.
Send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay, all right, good.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic. How are you?
Woman, me they hear tripod now. Wait, one customer praise me, let me hear what going. I hear you.
I want Mr. Mohammed.
I don't know if you could commit a sexual act on somebody when you get sanctions. You mightn't be able to legally have sex. This thing sanction serious. Sanction serious? So you never wanted to participate in such a sexual act. It makes sense. I could get jail for having intercourse with a sanctioned individual. The American serious? You take off your lolly and everything. Black. Everything is black. So I don't know. Let me take my leave now. Guys, I accept I can be an asshole. Right? Fortunately, we're all conjoined because you all have assholes. The problem is I make full use of it. So no matter what, we are in some way linked. But you choose to look at an asshole in full use while sitting on yours. So I must say, welcome. Keep the peace and keep it real.